So for question 4, we were given a graph of the function f of x, and the first thing we were supposed to do is find the domain and range of the function graphically. And we know that since we have the graph y over here, the domain would start at this point and end all the way at this point, and we know this point should be as negative 2.5 on the x-axis, and this point should be 2 on the x-axis. So we already know that the domain for this function is going to be negative 2.5 to 2 inclusive. As for the range, again, we can use the same strategy. We know that the lowest possible output we can get from the inputs, which are the domains, is 0 at the point x equals 2. So we know that the domain starts at y equals 0. And we know the highest output you can get is from the input either negative 2 to negative 1 inclusive. So we know that the highest output is 2. So we know the outer output of the domain is going to be 2, y equals 2. So we can say that the range is going to be from 0 to 2 inclusive. Next, it asks what is f of negative 4. And we know negative 2. And we know that f of negative 2 is going to result in 2. So this becomes f of 2. And we already see f of 2 on this function should be 0 over here. So therefore we know that f of 2 is equal to 0. So therefore f of negative 2 is equal to 0. And as for the next part, it asks us to sketch the graph of f of 2x on the same set of axes. So one way you could do this is just by creating a table and dividing all x values. So we know that for f of x, our x values, we can use negative 2.5 and negative 2 and negative 1 and 2, because these are the points at the graphs where we have obvious sign changement. So we have those 4 points, and we know for their y values respectively to be 1, 2, 2, and 0. Now for f of 2x, we know that we just have to multiply each of